Aarav always had big dreams. From the moment he was a child, he wanted to make a mark in the world, to speak confidently, to be someone people admired. But dreams and action rarely walked hand in hand for him. He was talented, no doubt. He had a sharp mind, a curious spirit, and the potential to achieve almost anything he set his heart on. But he also had one undeniable flaw. He was lazy. Days would slip by, tasks left incomplete, books unread, lessons half-learned. And yet, deep down, a quiet voice reminded him that he could be more than he was. It was on a rainy afternoon, the kind that drapes the city in mist and muffled sounds, that Aarav met Meera. She was unlike anyone he had ever encountered, diligent, focused, and radiating a calm determination. She was sitting at the corner table of a small cafe, notebook open, pen moving fluidly as she wrote. Aarav couldn't help but notice the intensity in her eyes, the way she seemed to live each moment fully, intentionally. Curiosity pushed him forward. He asked, almost hesitantly, "Do you come here often to study?" Meera looked up and smiled, a small, knowing smile that carried warmth without pretension. "I do," she replied. "It helps me focus. The rain makes everything feel quieter." Aarav laughed softly, shrugging. "I've never been good at focusing. I'm more of a dreamer, I guess." "That's not enough," Meera said gently, but her tone lacked judgment. "Dreaming is important, but without action, dreams fade." Her words lingered long after he left the cafe. For the first time, Aarav realized that ambition alone would not carry him to success. He needed discipline, consistency, and someone who could inspire him without pushing too hard. That someone he sensed could be Meera. Over the following weeks, Aarav found himself returning to the cafe more often, not just to see Meera, but to be reminded of a life lived intentionally. They began to talk more about books, languages, aspirations, and failures. Meera spoke of her struggles learning English fluently, of her days filled with practice, mistakes, and gradual improvement. Aarav, embarrassed at first, admitted he had always wanted to speak confidently in English, but had never truly tried. Meera smiled, leaning slightly forward. "Then why not start? Today, right now." And so they began. Their sessions were simple at first, reading aloud, practicing pronunciation, conversing about daily life. But Meera's patience and encouragement sparked something in Aarav. He was not only learning English, he was learning the art of discipline, of persistence, and of believing in himself. But it wasn't just about language. Aarav found himself drawn to Meera's dedication in everything she did. Her focus, her kindness, and the way she celebrated small victories inspired him. Slowly, his laziness began to erode, replaced by a quiet hunger to improve, to grow, to become someone worthy of his own dreams. One evening, as they walked together along the rain-washed streets, Aarav confessed his fear. "I'm afraid I'll fail. I want to do so much, but I feel like I've wasted so much time already." Meera stopped and looked at him, her eyes reflecting the streetlights like tiny stars. "Failure isn't permanent. Laziness isn't permanent. What matters is that you start now. Every step counts, even the smallest one. And remember, no one expects perfection, only effort." Her words struck him deeply. That night, Aarav couldn't sleep. He thought about his childhood dreams, about the countless hours he had wasted, and about the person he wanted to become. And then he made a decision. He would not let another day slip away. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. With Meera's guidance, Aarav began to transform. He studied English diligently, practiced speaking with confidence, and even started applying for opportunities he once thought were beyond his reach. His friends noticed the change. He was more confident, more focused, and surprisingly cheerful. It was as if shedding laziness had unlocked a version of himself he never knew existed. Through this journey, something else quietly blossomed: love. It wasn't the kind that rushed in with drama or obsession. It was gentle, steady, and rooted in mutual respect and admiration. Aarav admired Meera's strength and dedication. She admired his curiosity and sincerity. Their connection grew naturally, through shared experiences, small victories, and honest conversations. One sunny afternoon, Aarav and Meera attended a seminar on personal growth. The speaker talked about ambition, hard work, and the courage to pursue one's goals relentlessly. Aarav listened intently, feeling a familiar spark of motivation. After the seminar, he turned to Meera and said, "I used to think I could never change. But now I know everything is possible if you're willing to try." Meera smiled, squeezing his hand. "I always knew you could. You just needed to believe it yourself." That evening, as they walked home through a park, Aarav realized something profound. Ambition without action is like a seed that never grows, but love, encouragement, and discipline are the sunlight, water, and soil that allow it to flourish. Meera had been that sunlight in his life, quiet, steady, and life-changing. Months passed, and Aarav's progress became evident. He could now speak English fluently, articulate his thoughts clearly, and present his ideas with confidence. Opportunities he had once only dreamed of now came knocking. Yet, he remained humble, knowing how much he owed to guidance, persistence, and the gentle push from someone who believed in him. Their bond grew stronger, rooted not in superficial attraction but in shared values, respect, and a deep understanding of each other's strengths and weaknesses. They supported each other's ambitions, celebrated achievements, and comforted one another during moments of doubt. Aarav learned that love wasn't just about passion, it was about partnership, growth, and unwavering support. One evening, as they sat together watching the sunset, Aarav turned to Meera and said, "You've changed my life in ways I can't even describe. I was lost, lazy, and unsure. But you helped me see what I'm capable of." Meera rested her head on his shoulder. "And you've shown me the joy of seeing someone grow and shine. We've both changed together." Aarav smiled, feeling a sense of fulfillment he had never known. He realized that life was about taking the first step, even when fear, doubt, or laziness threatened to hold him back. And he also realized that the right companion could make even the hardest journey beautiful. Years later, Aarav often reflected on that rainy afternoon when he first met Meera. It was the moment that set the course for everything that followed: personal growth, love, and fulfillment. He had learned that ambition without effort is meaningless, but with determination, guidance, and the support of someone who truly believes in you, anything is possible. And so, their story became one not just of love, but of transformation, patience, and the remarkable power of human potential. Aarav, once a dreamer trapped by his own laziness, had become a man who acted on his ambitions, spoke with confidence, and loved deeply. And through it all, Meera remained by his side, a testament to the enduring strength of respect, encouragement, and shared dreams. As they walked through life together, Aarav never forgot the lessons he learned. Start now, embrace discipline, celebrate small victories, and cherish those who guide and inspire you. And in doing so, he realized that love and ambition, when combined with action and patience, could truly change a life.